Hello, and my name is Robbie from Girl Bike Love. In this video, we're going to be telling you about some of the best tablet holders for exercise bikes you can buy. Let's go. So before we start, it's important to speak about what we look for in an exercise bike tablet holder. The first thing being design. Obviously we want them to look really good, but on top of that, we also want them to be really functional. The next thing is strength. We need to know if we're going to be putting a $200-300 tablet into this holder, that it's going to be okay when we're hammering into that bike. It's important it doesn't fall off because we don't want to break that tablet. We want it to stay nice and steady no matter how hard our workout's going to be. The next thing is cost. It's not necessarily the price we're worried about, but we want to know we're getting the best value for money we possibly can get out of the exercise bike tablet holder. So now for the fun bit, let's talk about some of the best exercise bike tablet holders you can get. So over my career as an indoor cyclist and spin instructor, I've been lucky enough to try a lot of different tablet holders. I've picked 4 of my favourites, which come very highly rated by other indoor cyclists to tell you about. Let's go. So the first exercise bike tablet holder on our list we're going to be speaking about is the JUBOR. Coming in at less than $14, it is incredibly good value for money and has some pretty unique features compared to the others. So although it may look very small in size, it actually is very extendable. So not only do you have a spring top, but there's a small button on the rear that when pushed, pulls the bottom down as well. So if you have a really large iPad, you're going to be able to fit it in there. So the JUBOR attaches by a band-on system like so. So what you do with this is you can unscrew it, this whole piece removes, you wrap it round to the handlebars of the bike, and then just twist it to tighten it back up again. It is a good system, in my opinion. It's not as good as a clamp, which some of the other holders have, but it is going to keep the tablet nice and secure. You might find in sprints, it might have a little bit of a shake, but it's not something that's going to bother you unless you're sprinting for the full hour of your workout. It also offers really good flexibility on the bike, so you're always going to get a nice view of your tablet. One thing I wasn't so sure on about this though, was if you don't have an aero position on your handlebars like I have, then it makes it really difficult to mount without it being way too close to you. Overall though, it is a fantastic tablet holder, and for $14, it is just great value for money. So next we have the Lamicall tablet holder. So this is one of my favourites on this list because I really feel that the company's put a lot of time into the design and to give you the best tablet holding experience possible. So the first thing to mention is it feels quality. It's heavy, everything feels chunky and really well held together. When it comes to fitting tablets, not only do you have a huge capacity of tablet to fit, they've also added some small rope bands on the back so you can open it easily. In my opinion, they're nice to have, but they're a little bit gimmicky and you don't really need them. But it's a nice touch from the company by all means. The clamp is incredible. So not only does it go on really tight and secure, but it looks really nice and there's very little space between the tablet holder itself and the clamp, meaning that if you do have handlebars without that aero position, it fits on there pretty well and doesn't get in the way of your knees. In my opinion, this is definitely one of the best on the list. And if you are looking for a really small, sleek exercise bike tablet holder, it really does have to be this one, especially for $20. So next we have the Woleyi exercise bike tablet holder. And if I'm honest, when I first saw this, I wasn't really sure what I was going to think to it. But when I started using it on the bike, I realised that this is actually a very cool product and it had to be on this list. Coming in at $25, it's really good value for money and offers something completely unique to anything else on this list. So the design is very good, starting with this really big base for tablets. A lot of the other ones we've used are quite small. This offers a really big backing. Not only that, it's got a great capacity to fit some really big tablets in there. So what I really like about this tablet holder though is this flexible tube. When I first saw it, I thought that's going to get in the way and it's going to make the tablet shaky, but I was wrong. It didn't. You could literally attach the clamp anywhere onto the bike's handlebars, use this tube, put the tablet anywhere you wanted it to be, and even in heavy sprints, you got very little movement out of it. I appreciate this might not be the nicest looking tablet holder on this list. It's not small, it's not sleek, but it is incredibly functional, and for that, it definitely deserves a place on this list. So last but definitely not least, we have the KDD exercise bike tablet holder. So imagine you took that really nice supportive base of the Woleyi and attached it to that really high quality clamp of the Lamicall. Then you get the KDD. As you can see, it's got a beautifully sleek design which offers a huge amount of support. You've got a really nice wide gap there if you want to get a really big tablet in there. And on top of that, it's got some really good flexibility for such a small unit. The clamp is fantastic. Just like the Lamicall, it's that really high quality clamp that when you put it on, seriously grips those handlebars. And being so small means you can really put it anywhere on the bike and it's not going to get in the way for you. Coming in at only $20, it's excellent value for money and you can really feel the quality in the unit. If you are lucky enough to have a bike with an aero position, this tablet holder works fantastically. And for me, in this sunny SB2709, this is the ideal solution for when I'm doing Zwift workouts or doing a Peloton workout. I can highly recommend the KDD as one of the best exercise bike tablet holders. So welcome to our buyer's guide. So before you go to the top pinned comment of this video, which is going to lead you to the Girl Bike Love website, where you're going to find all the links to these excellent exercise bike tablet holders, it's important to ask yourself the right questions to make sure you get the right one for you. So the first question being, is it going to fit your bike well? So like I mentioned before, you get bikes with aerodynamic position handlebars and you get them with just normal spin bike handlebars. If you haven't got aerodynamic bars, then you might want to consider a different type of tablet. You want to get the best experience, and if you've got one sitting right next to you and knocking your knees while you're standing climbing, that's not a good look for your spin session. So the next question you need to be asking yourself is it big and strong enough for the tablet you're using? So if you're using a small lightweight tablet, then you can pretty much get away with any holder. But if you're using a big, heavy tablet and want a real cinematic experience, then you're definitely going to want a holder with a big clamp on the back and a really wide base to stop that shake and to stop the tablet falling off and breaking. And finally, the last thing you need to ask is, do you like the way it looks? Although it may sound crazy, for me personally, having a really cool looking bike goes a long way to making me want to ride it. It's like my car. The flashier my car is, the more I want to drive it. So when you are looking for an exercise bike tablet holder, go for one that blends with the bike and one that fits on it that well that you're going to want to ride the bike. So thanks for taking the time to watch our video today. If you've got any tips or tricks when it comes to using a tablet holder on an exercise bike, make sure to drop them in the comments below. And before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button to the Girl Bike Love YouTube channel. Stay cool.